real vampire encounters that will make your skin crawl. This first one is from a Reddit user. His name is Conscious Soft 7014. My grandfather on my father's side served as lieutenant commander aboard the British S class submarine during World War II. He he swore the captain was a vampire. It was something my parents joked about behind his back. He never spoke to my grandfather about it. He passed away before I was old enough or embottled enough to ask, and he never raised the subject in my presence. But my dad knows all the stories. The captain never boarded or disembarked the submarines during daylight hours. His skin was pale as a candle. He occasionally displayed supernatural strength and reflexes. He seemed to be able to read minds. No one ever saw him eat or drink anything, etc. All the corny classic vampire indicators. Apparently, my grandpa and his fellow seamen were even able to link the captain to various naval bases disappearances, too. But my dad doesn't remember the details of those stories. Anyway, no one took my grandfather seriously. But then, after he passed away in 1993, we were sifting through his belongings and we came across a photograph of him in what appears to be the mess aboard the submarine. He is standing in a long, cramped room with some other men, and they're all smiling for the photo. One of the men, however, is not smiling. He is very tall, very gaunt. He appears to be annoyed. When we found the photo, my dad said, "Ah, here's Captain Dracula." And we all laughed and resumed going through our grandpa's things. The thing is, the next day, my dad walked into the kitchen looking as pale as a ghost. He'd been inspecting the old photos with a magnifying glass when he noticed that the captain was not appearing in a small mirror at the back of the mask. So when he was looking at this old picture and everybody rumored that the captain was a vampire, the reflection of the mirror, he was not in the mirror. You can see the reflection of the other men in the photo, but not the captain. He just isn't there. Dun dun dun. Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So we have Yvonne. It says hi, Paulina. Nicholas says good night, beautiful. Love you. Thank you. Good night. Yvonne retracted a message, so I didn't see it. So hi, welcome. I am reading Vampire Encounters. So that one's pretty scary because it was like I'm gonna quickly recap for you guys. It was literally a World War II grandpa, and he actually believed that the captain, he worked in a submarine, was a vampire, and nobody in the family really believed him until they saw the photo of the crew. The vampire wasn't in the reflection. The captain. CT says you look awesome. Thank you. I'm a vampire. You guys, I've been telling you. Nobody seems to believe me. I murdered someone today. Okay. So, do you guys, CT or Yvonne or Nicholas? I think Nicholas went to sleep. Have you guys had any vampire encounters? I want to make sure if you can hear me. Can you hear me well? I don't know if the mic is better or this is better. I'm not sure. Can you hear me well with this mic? Okay, so let's see. Here's another one. This is from Noel A Vampire Research. Oh, Kirsty says, hello, Paulina. You look like a real life vampire. I've been telling you guys that I am a real life vampire. Thank you. I sound wrong. Awesome. Nobody believes me. But the closer we get to Halloween, the more I can reveal because the veil is thinning. Okay, so thank you and hi. If you guys have any vampire encounters or stories, make sure to write it in the live. I would love to read it. So this next story is from Noel at Vampire Research. If people knew vampires were active in the streets in New Orleans, we'd have another vampire panic. A lot of fear. So maybe their existence should stay in folklore, just like some secrets are better off left buried. Yeah, I mean that is true. Where was my encounter? Uh, yeah, there's like a lot of missing people. Here's another one. Okay, so this one he deleted his username, so I'm just gonna read to you the story. It says, maybe I'm delusional, but I swear my old situationship is a vampire. Yvonne, Curbsy, CT, have you guys ever dated a vampire? uh, I don't know much at all about vampires, but what I've seen of her, she resembles one to me. She had long, sharp canines. I wouldn't say they looked out of this world, but they stood out when she smiled. She would always playfully bite me, and the sharpness of those teeth were beyond painful. I always instantly bled by the smallest prick, um, of her canines. She also never left the house during daytime unless she was leaving with umbrella that blocked out UVA rays. Ooh, scary. Can you imagine you're dating someone that bites you, drinks that blood, and then is scared of the sun, just like me? Uh UVA rays, and even then, she would be under the sun for under 10 minutes. She claims to have a disease called lupus, and she says she only likes to leave the house at night because the sun gave her rashes because of the disease. I recall one time she left the house during night and came back early morning. I guess the sun rose sooner than she had anticipated, and parts of her skin was almost raw. Oh my god, I think your ex-girlfriend or whatever this person was to you was a vampire. The sun would make her skin raw. I looked up lupus rashes and looked nothing like lupus rash or rash at all. The best I could describe it was red and raw. She also became very weak if she didn't go out at night for too long. At first, I thought she was drained and weak because she rarely ever ate. She would sometimes eat one meal a day. Other days, she wouldn't eat at all. But I realized after a night out, she had full energy again. I sound insane typing it and I feel insane, but I really believe she was feeding off of other people or animals. One time she had returned home and with blood on her, but she claimed the blood was from a bar fight she had gotten into. So there's blood on her? Oh my god. Another thing about her is that was something I never understood. It was that the fact that her bruises, cuts, and raw rash she had were typically always healed just about the next day or after a night. Ooh, so she would heal like that. Also, one thing I noticed but I'm not sure if it had any correlation, is that before she went out at night, she was pale, and when she came back at home, she was always a shade or two darker. I probably am crazy. Maybe logical, but I believe she's a vampire. Ah! Oh my god. He was Ivan says I'm convinced Paulina's a real vampire. He was onto her. He was onto her. Oh my god, he was onto her, and I guess it didn't last. He was questioning, like, what? They do say that there are like vampires or people that are vampires that feed off of other people's energy. It's not always blood. But I am a vampire too. They just feed off other people's energy and they stay young. Jeez, bro, why did you do this? It sounds like the other one. That's funny. Um, yeah, he was onto her. Let me see. There's another one here. It's from Old Search 2704. And it states, I recently moved to a small southern town not far from New Orleans. At first, it just seemed small and quaint. We have half acre in town. The day we closed on the house and met with contractors for work, that needed to be done. We met an odd older lady who owns the house next to us. Um, where was I? Owns the house next door, but she also lives in New Orleans. She had built cement walls around her property, which the locals have since told us is very unneighborly. With the exception of her giant wrought iron fence, oh my god, she seems like she is like doomsdaying. She has an iron fence and walls of cement, which at night has lights that shine through it, making it look like the gates of hell. She has a two-story shed. At night, there is one light on the second floor, and it's a dim light red. The day we met her, she told us that she stays in the shed when she is here because of the house is all on studs. We haven't seen her since the very first day. When I Google her name, nothing comes up. We're convinced she's a vampire. That one's kind of funny. I think she's more like scared of going out. You're laughing at us like get to hell. Yeah, it's funny. Also, if you guys can do me a favor and heart the live, because it does push it to other people, maybe other people want to hear vampire stories. Um, Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so let me see if I find another one. I like these vampire stories. They're just like so much fun. This one's kind of Ew, that one's gross. Um, Tyler says, what's up, Tyler? I'm a vampire today. My real vampire personality is coming out. You know, I did a TikTok earlier today too, which was really fun. I'm barely on TikTok. Oh, these are really hurting. It's hard to have them out constantly. I usually just take them out for my victims. You know what? Let's see. Oh yeah, I had this here. I can play this song because it's let me see something. It's annoying. I'm just trying to figure something out on my phone. Dun, 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 dun. Bruce Wayne the Gray. Hello, Paulina. Hello. Welcome to my live. I just told 2 spooky vampire stories. How long did it take you to do the makeup? Well, it took me no time because I murdered someone. I go after people who've hurt other people, people who have darkness in their souls. Maybe the police couldn't catch them, but I caught them. Someone has to do the justice, right? Someone has to do justice. I've been telling you guys I'm a vampire. Nobody believes me. So I wanted to show you the evidence. Nice. And thanks for the hearts, you guys. How was your day, Tyler and Bruce? What did you guys get up to today? Curbsy says you can bite me. I wouldn't bite you. You know why, Curbsy? Because you're a good person. Your soul is innocent. I can tell. I only hurt or only kill bad ones. I can smell them. I can smell them from far away. They have this specific smell. It's like guilt. Some of them don't really feel guilt, but that trauma's in their aura, the trauma they've caused. Dun, 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 dun. Tyler says, great, how's your day? My day was awesome. I was having like a lot of anxiety earlier today, but then I fed, you know? Because here's the thing. when you're a vampire, feeding gives you youth. It helps you stay young forever. It makes you more alluring. Whoever hasn't fed become more drained. So let me keep reading. So I fed, so I feel better now. Bruce Wayne the Gray says that would at least explain the perfection and deep thinking. Oh, thanks. Yvonne says, I am. No, you're not. You guys are all good. I can smell if there's someone evil nearby. Bruce Wayne the Gray says, my day was fantastic. I'm happy for you, dude. Thanks for the hearts. Again, any hearts and likes does push my channel out. Do subscribers. Trying to grow this, you know? Full-time YouTuber. I just did TikTok. I did a really long TikTok earlier today too, which was awesome. And I really spooked them. They were like, wow. So maybe I'll start doing more TikTok lives. The only thing is deletes itself. With YouTube, it stays. Ivan says Ahmed. Bruce Wayne says, Bruce Wayne the Gray. Thanks for hearts, you guys. My day was fantastic in the field hours and completed by 9 p.m. That's awesome. I'm glad it was fantastic. Kirsty says, can you exhale breath like a vampire? I don't know. I feel like that's like a movie thing. The real vampires don't do that. Kirsty, like. So I think I can't. Maybe I can't. I just don't want to try necessarily. Bruce Wayne says, how about you? It was all right. I was having like weird, like, we're all humans, me a vampire. I was having weird ups and downs today, but things happen in life, and that's part of it. Our soul's journey is to grow. Oh my god, I'm gonna keep playing this. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. This is like royalty free music, so I don't get flagged. This is so funny because I have like real blood, and what gets flagged is the music. YouTube doesn't care. Ivan retracted his message. Bruce Wayne says we made it to level 5. That's awesome. Congrats, Bruce Wayne. Ivan says, do you have evil laugh? I don't have an evil laugh, but I have an evil voice. Well, you have a great personality. Aw, thanks. I have a great personality because I like murdering people. You guys don't believe me, but I do. I get rid of the bad ones in society. Okay, so I'm like jamming to a song. Royalty free music. Dun, royalty free. Dun, royalty free. Royalty free. Yvonne says, anyone else afraid? Ha ha ha. It's fine. I'm not going after you guys. You guys have good souls. I have not encountered one person on YouTube that has been on my channel as bad. Maybe a little taint. Dun 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 dun. I feel like I am scaring people too. Oh, here we go. I like to drain till the last drop is gone. Watching their light leave their eyes. Exhilarating. It's funny, guys. I promise. It's so much fun to catch the bad ones. Their blood is so alluring. You know why? Because they have darkness. Yvonne says, tell me about it. Sagittarius. I have to get more into zodiac signs. I I'm a Leo. I've been a Leo for centuries now. 5 to be exact. I just turned 501. Let's see. Sagittarius. So let's look you up, Yvonne. So Sagittarius is the 9th astrological sign. It's typically associated with the period of, okay, I need the meaning. Personality, here we go. Sagittarius personalities are typically known for being adventurous, optimistic, freedom, and loving individuals. I love that. I'm a Leo. You see Leo. Leos are confident, natural leaders, and generous in nature and warm-hearted. And a little bit dramatic. I guess I am a little bit dramatic, you guys. Oh my god. I appreciate you guys here. I need to see if I can push this live because I'm having so much fun revealing my true identity as a cold-blooded murderer. Yeah, thanks for the hearts. Thank you. Appreciate you. You know what it is? It's the time. I still can't get people though. Let's see. Juan Catalan says, Jesus Christ, what are you wearing? I just murdered someone. I was looking for real Reddit stories on vampires. I told 2 very appealing ones, but I haven't told you guys mine. Oh my goodness. I know you believe in vampires. And again, any hearts helps push out my channel. You know, the closer we get to Halloween, the more I can reveal my true nature. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. Royalty-free music. Royalty-free music. Yeah, yes I do. Besides me, who have you encountered that's real? So we feed in different ways. Some of us feed by murder. Others feed by draining energy. I can do both. But when I feed by murder, I get the most exhilarating energy. I become more alluring. I love it. The energy one is just easier. Because I only take the lives of people who have tainted souls, not the innocent ones. It's so easy to attract them, to find that, to find your next victim. Just go on. Let's see. Juan Catana says, it depends. There are even humans who practice energy vampirism, succubi or incubi. What's incubi? Let's look that up. Incubi. Okay. Incubi is a demon of folklore that is said to sexually harass or assault women while they sleep. Ooh, this is horrible. It is the male counterpart of a succubus. Okay, that makes sense. Which targets men. Incubi are often described as being handsome and seductive. Oh, and their encounters with women are sometimes picked as leading to pregnancy. Ooh, leading to pregnancy. That's scary. What type of child are you gonna have? What was I gonna say? totally forgot. Oh yeah. I don't know why this is not updating, but I had the weirdest like vivid dream last night, you guys. I dreamt that there was this woman that she was like she was literally a murderer. Like she murdered other women, and she was like putting their bodies in like plastic bag or something and like sucking the air out like a see-through. Like imagine a ginormous Ziploc. And then she was like attacking me, and I got the hand, and then all my energy was drained. The thing is, while I was sleeping, my energy felt I felt so tired. So like it was like I couldn't wake up. And then in my dream I grabbed her and I was like, no, and I started fighting with her like very aggressively. And I'm like fighting with her, like, no, you're not gonna get like, and then I was winning, like kicking her out, basically. I was kicking her out. And my boyfriend woke me up. He's like, wake up, it's late. Why are you sleeping? And it was because it was like draining. It felt real, kind of like it was like draining me. But I grabbed her. I was like, no, you're not. Like I took charge in my dream. Like you're getting out of here. It was weird. Um, so Juan Catalan says it depends. There are even humans who practice energy vampirism. Yeah, there are succubi, incubi. Juan says, and a few ghosts that were vampiric. Ooh, so like they just kind of like attach to people to try to take their energy. Same thing as like energy vampirism in humans. Those were my vamps. Juan Catalan says, sounds like you were visited by Mara, which is a good type of dream vampire. Why is it good? I was like fighting her. Like I gotta like she tried to do that shit to me, and I was like, girl, no, I'm powerful. And I like took her like I was like beating the crap out of her in my dream, like getting you out of here, like you're out. Oh, you didn't say good. Yeah, I was like, girl, I'm spiritually strong. I'm gonna kick this. You try shit for me, I'm gonna kick you out. Um, so wait, let me look her up. Mara. Mara Dream Vampire. Okay. In folklore, Mara is a malicious entity often described as a spirit or demon that torments people in their sleep, causing nightmares and a feeling of suffocation. Oh my god. It is not a vampire in the traditional sense, but rather a creature that preys on the living through their dreams, sometimes described as draining their life force. That's what she was trying to do. Like it started affecting me because she was like trying to, and then I took over, and I was like, "Bitch, you try me, you try me." like at first she was like winning a little bit, and I felt the drain while I was like sleeping, and then I literally took over, and I was like, "No," because I'm like I became more lucid in the dream, and I literally was like beating the shit out of her because it's my realm. It's my realm. You get kicked out of my realm. You get kicked out of they give you nasty dreams. They can feed the air from your lungs, fear energy, same as certain folklore thing. But yeah, it was so weird. There are all kinds of vampires. There are all kinds of us. There's like the movie vampires. There's the energy feeling vampires. There's the demons, the spirits. They can. But the thing is, like you know, Huang, and for the other people, because I see there are other people here too. I've done a lot of deep meditation and all this stuff. So like in dreams, I do become lucid real quick when I need to. When I need to, like this is my realm. Nobody gets into my realm. Okay. So, thanks for the hearts, you guys. It does help push my channel. I see there are 6 of you. You know what? I'm gonna change this. Oh, okay. I see that 12% of you said you can't hear me. I think, but 88 said you can. So I'm gonna change this to: do you believe in vampires? Do you believe vampires? Ah, I put, do I believe in vampires? I can't. It's fine. I'll just leave it. Mara Mare. Dun, 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 dun. I have some really funny vampire quotes here. Some call it a curse. I call it freedom. I can say that in a vampire way. Some call it a curse. I call it freedom. I get to be young forever. I just have to murder some people here and there. It's okay. Because I get to be young. Okay, yes, believe in vampires. Woohoo! Okay, so let's see. This is like a compilation of vampire encounters on TikTok too, but let me actually, well, I guess I can play this. Okay, this compilation of vampires.
This is my New Orleans story time. So I went to New Orleans for my birthday a few years ago.
Oh,
My friends were supposed to fly in that day, but they ended up missing their flight. So I had a whole day to really just explore by myself. So I decided to do a few tours, and I ended up meeting a great group of people. But we ended up doing the one of the graveyard tours. And of course, on this tour, they talk a lot about Marie Laveau. So if you don't know who Marie Laveau is, she was a voodoo practitioner. She was an herbalist. Okay, she was big witch. Okay, they actually did a season of American Horror Stories that was talking about Marie Laveau. So while we were on this tour, they were talking about how a lot of people like to make her offerings like bobby pins because she was
Country Kirby. Yes, I'm a real vampire. I've been telling you guys that, and you guys don't believe me. Or Marie Laveau. You can hear her.
and things like that. And I was like, oh, I don't have a bobby pin. But then I'm like, anyone that is crossed over, you can communicate with telepathically. So in my head, I'm just talking to Marie Laveau the whole time that we're on this tour and just kind of like showing gratitude to her, you know? And I kid you not, this was my first supernatural experience in New Orleans. Okay, so after that tour, I go back to my hotel room and I open my suitcase because I wanted to change my clothes. It was starting to get a little colder. I open my suitcase and there is a bobby pin sitting on top of all of my clothes. Obviously, I don't wear bobby pins. Okay, I have no use for them.
So she was feeling like she was telepathically talking to Marie Laveau, and then Marie Laveau left her bobby pin. I mean, interesting, sweet like that. I thought it was gonna be spookier, but I feel like spirits and all of that leave us messages constantly because they're always connecting. The lady on the laptop is real. She's just like a TikToker. Her name is the Zen Elephant. The Zen Elephant on TikTok. Um, Juan Catan says, yeah, why did you think she was AI? Yeah, I think she's using like a filter, so it made her face look a little blurry. I noticed your mouth, yeah. And the blood, when she looks like Avatar a little. Yeah, she does. It's because of the face filter. It's because on TikTok, some face filters can make you look like an alien. Uh, Having my fangs out for this long makes them hurt. um, I was I did a. Let me see something. I'm trying to find something here. Yeah, I just did a TikTok earlier today, TikTok live, like right before this one, and that was pretty good too. Which I am, maybe I'm gonna start getting into that too. Juan Catan says, "I hate those face filters. I wish people would use natural stuff." Yes, I am naturally full of blood. It's real blood, you guys. I promise. Yeah, that one is like the one that girl has. It doesn't make her look human. It's just very blurry. But I mean, the story was interesting. I don't care that much. Like, I don't, um, Fallout, yeah. Uh, Let's see. Let's see if I find any other spooky Reddit stories. I said the two scariest ones that I found earlier today in the live. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. That one's funny, but it's not a vampire story. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I see there's quite a few new people here. You've encountered a vampire. What was I gonna say? Totally forgot. Oh, thanks for the likes, you guys. And the hearts. Helps push out my channel. Oh yeah, one of the encounters, they were saying that they took a photo with a group of people, and one of the people did not show up in the mirror. I don't know if that would necessarily be a vampire. Maybe. Alice Williams says you've been drinking. Oh my god, I know, I have. I drank a 35-year-old man. He was a bad guy. I smelled it in his soul. He had done some terrible crimes. So I took his life from him. It's good for you. It's good for the world. And it's good for me. I only kill the bad ones. It's fun. If you could be, would you want to be a vampire? Do you want to turn? 60% says yes, believe in vampire. 40% says no. Johnny Fairholm says, I know those trends. I mean, they feel real to me. They're real enough as I killed that man that murdered someone years ago. Do bad people's blood taste bad? No, it tastes better because it's calling to me. It's weird. The more bad things they've done in life, the more I want to drain them. I can't drain the innocent. I only drain the bad. It's like you attract what you are. If you are bad, bad things happen. Wangathong says, depends on the species of vampire. Yeah, we were talking about how there are all kinds of vampires. There are vampires like me. There are vampires that also feed an energy, which I do too. And there's vampires in the spirit realm, just things that attack you if you're low vibrational. Alois Williams says, don't be drinking without me. Well, Alois, you're not a vampire. Thank you. Well, I see that you left a replying to the comment on the live. Let's see, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so Anana says the Chinese vampire movies, they don't have fangs. Ooh, they don't. They just pull blood out of the person like a mist of blood coming out the victim. That's terrifying. It reminds me of what was I gonna say? The mate? No. The mutants. Oh my god, I'm totally spacing out. There's a scene where not the bald guy's best friend, they're fighting against each other. He takes the iron out of the people and it just comes out of their veins. And they die because he takes all of their iron because he can control iron. Magneto, thank you, Anonymous. Oh my god. Juan Catalan says, "Where's Abby and Lizzie or Helma and Richard Reed? We need them. We do need them. I feel like it just depends on the time that I do this. You're trying to get more viewers. Yeah, I am. Thank you, Juan. Be good. I only murdered the bad ones. Nero. Oh yeah, they made vampire comedy movies in China too. Really? Like Mr. Vampire, you can see that one on YouTube with subtitles. That's why I leaving with the comments. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me see something. Mr. Vampire. Yeah, I could already see it through the thumbnail. It's gonna be funny. Let me go back to this one. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Juan, you had mentioned that in Florida we have a local vampire, right? In Tampa. Let me look it up. Local vampire known in Florida. It was like in a club or something. This is not what you mentioned, but I found something interesting. It says Rod Farrell, 1996. Rod Farrell is a teenager who claimed to be a 500-year-old vampire named Visago, and the members of his vampire clan were involved in murders. Oh my god, of two people in Estes, Florida. They weren't actually vampires; they were just murderers. Okay. So Alyssa's I love Be Good to Lose Yourself. Anonymous says their Swedish movie with an English remake called Let the Right One In, a good recent one. I just had a flashback to like a scene in some random like Switzerland or Swedish movie. It was weird. I saw it in Puerto Rico. It was dark. I'm trying to remember it. Let me look that one up. Let the Right One In. Look at the images. This is, oh my god. Anonymous. I'm pretty sure this is the movie I saw years ago. as a kid, like literally. Um, the movie with the weird flashback. I think this one's it. The Swedish movies are dark. Let the right one in. If it's the same one I'm thinking of, that's really good. Like, bro, let me see if it's that one. That's really good. Juan Catalan says, yes, his name is supposed to be Rex, and he's a vampire of Ybor City. Let's look up the vampire of Tampa Bay, Ybor City, Florida. Rex from Ybor City. Let's see if I know him. Carter says, hey, hey. And I'm going to catch up on the comments. Just give me a second. Ella says, I'll be back in 30 minutes. Yes, I'm like, that's not cool, Yvonne. Bring her in. I know you guys you're joking, but you know, everybody's welcome. Country Kirby says she's a vampire. Yeah, I see there's quite a few new people here. I'm a vampire that only murders bad people. So you guys are okay. I can sense your soul doesn't have darkness. Let me see something here. Where was this? Okay, I'm joking. She's a vampire. Hey Carter, we are talking about vampires. Okay, yeah. So there is a famous vampire, according to Huang. His name is Rex, and he is in Ybor City. Let's look him up. In Florida. Sorry, I'm looking him up. Huh. Okay, this is really interesting. So I'm going to read this. Tucked away in the historical district of Ybor City, Tampa, Florida, is a Gothic nightclub known as The Castle. The castle has stood for many decades. It was once a cigar manufacturing plant in the 1800s, founded in Vincent Martinez Ybor. Okay, Rex, which is a vampire that lives there. Rex is described as a handsome and alluring man standing at approximately 6'5" with shoulder-length black hair. His attire of choice is typically black pants and high boots. But what makes him a vampire? Uh, oh, so it's just people who have had encounters, usually girls, because he's in a club all day long, or he's known to be just in that club. They say there's one girl that said that he tried to make an advance to her, and she declined. He was very respectful, but he disappeared. Like she turned away, he was gone for a second. It was so weird. So he seems to be kind of mystical, which is funny. Juan Catalan says, and there's Native American Seminole vampire called the Stikini, which is an evil witch that shapeshifts into a giant demonic owl and rips people's heart out of chest to eat. That's horrible. Is that's a really scary one. Yeah, that's definitely a scary one. Ooh, you know what I'm really into? And I have not watched it in a while. True Blood. Have you guys seen True Blood? Oh my god, that one was really good. Suki's funny. I like that she's a fairy, and it's about like vampires. It's a little grotesque. Ivan A says 300 people have disappeared in the last 18 months in native tribes. Something's going on. That is weird. Really? That's really weird. So, do you think it's something mystical that's going on? The music keeps stopping because it's from the royalty free. I have not yet, but I want to. You want to what? Not yet. That one's scary. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you want to do. If you guys can heart my video, I would appreciate that because it'll push it out to the algorithm. It's so weird because on TikTok it was insane because I literally got so many people on there, but the lives disappear. Where on YouTube, some days I get a lot of people, sometimes I don't. Oh, thanks for likes, and I see there's 4 other people. So if would you want to be a vampire? That's a good question. Is that what you meant, Kwang? Like, do you want to be a vampire? Start poll. Would you want to turn into a vampire? Okay. Them again, so I could be regular crimes. Regular crimes. Yeah, it could be regular crimes. No, I haven't watched True Blood. Yes, but you should. Do you want to start? You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I got 5 votes. Yes, 80% want to be a vampire. No, 20% don't. Dude, okay, why would you want to be a vampire? And why wouldn't you? It's kind of like, it could be good and bad. I'm going to find another one. I told 2 really good ones that I found earlier. Let's see if I find another one. Ooh. So, the Watford case. Alyssa, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you. So, this one is like, okay, this one is told by a third party. The Watford vampire case is one of the most popular vampire encounter stories on Reddit. It involves 2 young women who recall being approached by a man with long white hair and piercing eyes late at night near a cemetery, and subsequently experiencing difficulty sleeping and feeling of being drawn to the cemetery. Another notable encounter involves a man who claims to have met a vampire at a party in 2020. Some users on Reddit also discuss real-life experiences with individuals who identify as vampires. Wait, this one like went over the first one. I'm gonna find the Watford vampire case. 1 second. Reddit. Let me find the actual. If that's the most notable one. Okay. This one's is titled, "Did I encounter the Watford vampire?" Hey, everyone. Obviously, I'm using a throwaway because I don't want my family to think I'm crazy, like throwaway username. I'm 22 female, had the weirdest experience, and I need to share it because I can't shake the creepy feeling. I'm from Ratford, and last night something strange happened to me. It started when I met this guy at a pub near my place a few days ago. Quite late in the evening, I see this guy in the corner. He had very long, white, blonde hair and slightly pointed nose. He seemed early 30s, handsome, but in some sort of posh way. He chatted a bit, and his voice was so smooth, almost hypnotic. He had a bit of European accent, but not strong. He didn't mention his name, and I didn't feel like that was odd. Anyway, after that, he constantly remained in my mind. It sounds silly, but I even dreamed of him last night. So he's like sending her energy. So like she keeps thinking of him, and she dreamt of him. That definitely wasn't an ordinary dream. It had grim pictures of dark corridors and whispering voices. So this vampire, for the new people, she encountered what she thinks is a vampire, long white hair and pointed nose, probably like a beautiful man, right? In his 30s. And then she goes to sleep and she can't stop thinking of him, but she's having like this weird nightmare. I had this really weird, compelling feeling that I should just go for a walk last night, and I found myself in a cemetery in Vicarage Road. I know it sounds weird, but I seriously did feel drawn to it, like I was being beckoned there. By that time, it was dark, and the place was really desolate and more than a bit creepy. I felt like being watched, but kept walking. I wandered through the graves, and suddenly there he was, this same guy. He was standing there like he belonged there in the graveyard. I got this shiver down my spine. He saw me too and smiled in this unsettling way. And for some reason, I walked up to him. We had small talk, but honestly, I could not remember a thing he said. It is all a blur. It was only a few minutes before I just got this weird type of feeling that I should really get away from there. So I came up with some excuse and took off as fast as I could. As soon as I got home, I locked all the doors and sat down to try and piece it all together. I don't know, but by some instinct, I feel like he is something different, something far from being an ordinary bloke. Something is wrong with him. I read online some similar accounts of this guy from the last few years. Has anyone felt like that? Or am I losing it? Would appreciate your thoughts or advice. Oh my God, that's creepy. Honestly, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. I've had so many weird encounters, and I've had a handful where I'm like, that person's not human, or there's like something dark attached to that person. My dreams are telling me, like, there's one where it was like, don't let the demon in, and have the door, like, I left the door open to my house, like, uh, so if your body is reacting before your mind is, maybe your body's trying to tell you something, you know? Um, So, Alice says, you're beautiful. Thank you. Anonymous says, being dependent on blood to survive seems like a disadvantage. Yeah, I know. What you do is you only do the blood occasionally, and then you take people's energies in public. Just don't take them without their permission, right? If they're just exuding it, like they're having fun, and take that, but don't drain people. Um, Juan Catalan says, yeah, I helped someone who had intrusive dreams like that from a psychic vampire once. Yeah, you can send energy to people and things like that. And if they're not well protected, you can keep sending them energy. And that's another thing. Like if you don't want if you want to cut ties with someone, don't think about them. Focus on your own life. Like I'm focusing on my own life. Like if you want to cut ties, you focus on your own life and you send yourself energy. You don't want to send anybody else energy. But if there's something dark that's focused on you, they're sending you energy, but you have to protect yourself. Juan Catalan says she was well protected. It's just that this guy was so strong and she had no idea he had those powers. Oh, really? What kind of powers did he have? Well, you said he was a psychic vampire. Yeah, yeah. He like obsessed with her. Um, so some people were commenting on this saying to report him to the police. I want to see the so 83% of you said you would turn into a vampire. But the pros are that you get to stay young forever. As long as you keep feeding. It is kind of a disadvantage if you have to like kill people. Let's see. Yeah. Someone commented to her, just throw garlic at them. Don't throw garlic at me, guys. I promise I won't murder you. I only go after the bad ones. um I know it says how to protect oneself from this energy drain. I would say like just imagine a pure like there's different rituals. Juan knows a bunch of rituals actually, he's very knowledgeable. But imagine a pure bright orange light around you and just love and happiness, and then it's like nothing can go through it, and you just know that you're light and love, and focus your energy on you, making it more powerful, not in other people. And I'm telling that to myself too, Like if someone's like kind of scaring you, don't even pay attention. Just focus your energy on yourself, right? To like make yourself more stronger. You keep your energy in. Huang says, okay, so she's Wiccan army wife, right? She was on the army base since. Oh, this is the story. So story time from Juan. So she's a Wiccan army wife, right? She was on an army base in South Korea when this was happening. She had an affair with this man when she was young in her 18th and 19th year. He was her university professor. Supposedly he was okay with them breaking up. Fast forward years later, she sees what does she see? Dun, 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 dun. Him again and gives her gift, and he gives her gifts for her two sons, etc. I would have not taken those gifts. You don't take them. She started to get sick right afterwards. Yeah, you don't take them. That's another thing. If you don't want anything to do with these people, you just. I also am like weird with all that stuff, you know. I'm just like super cautious. Let's see. Him again. Okay, you're reading this. So apparently the Watford vampire is like a common lore vampire. It's not just this one girl that has encountered the vampire with the white long hair in his 30s. And then within a week or 2 weeks, she started to break down. She was barely sleeping because she had this horrible nightmare. She had like flu weird because medicine wouldn't get rid of. Oh my God. Well, I'm glad you were able to help her out, Huang. Watford vampire. So I'm trying for more information. So apparently the Watford vampire is a very common vampire seen in this area. Where is Watford? Where is the Watford vampire located? So I was friends with her on Facebook back then, and she posted about the bad illness on her Facebook status. Something about it bothering me, specifically those nightmares. Interesting. Oh, it's Watford, England. My music always stops. So she tells me about them, and I realized right away it's an astral vampire. Astral vampires are more powerful than psychic vampire. The astral project to their victims in their dreams. Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm glad you had her and you were able to like identify that too, and help her out, which was really nice. What are they saying? This Watford vampire is like intriguing me right now. It was apparently all over the local news too that people kept seeing this man with the blonde hair. It's so interesting. Okay, you guys. I think I'm gonna end my live here. I just wanted to say boo. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for being part of this community. And I'm gonna keep trying to live every day, okay? I'll send you guys love. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.